Welcome to iReadit, bringing you your weekly dose of the internet for March 3rd, 2019. I am Michael Schwan.
And I'm Nori.
Nori?
Nori.
Nori.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea. What is that from?
One of the 13 dwarves. Was it 13? I think it was 12, actually.
From what?
The Hobbit.
Oh, yeah. I watched the first one of that trilogy and thought it was terrible and refused to watch any more or remember as much of it as possible.
I watched the first two. It burned my soul, but I watched them.
They made me sad.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it made me sad. Like I said, I didn't watch anything beyond that first one.
Yeah, it's not very good.
No.
I never watched the third one, and I hear that that's okay.
I mean, it's probably fine, that I haven't watched the second one.
Absolutely.
No, I think one of the biggest problems I had with them is that, I remember when they first announced those Hobbit movies, I was like, wait, you're going to turn one novel...
Yeah, one fairly short novel, actually.
...into 3 movies, and, at the end of the first movie, it's like, oh, man, we defeated the White Warg, and I'm like...
Yeah, it wasn't his choice.
That was weak, though.
I'm just saying it wasn't his choice.
That's fine. That still doesn't change the fact that it was bad.
That's true.
There was just so much extra garbage crammed in there for the sake of trying to make 3 movies.
Yeah, it was not good. They definitely could have just left it at 1 and done the entire thing and be fine.
Yeah, but they made more money this way.
It's bullshit.
Or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, it is. Anyway, Nori, how are you? Better than last week? Not dying?
Yeah, not dying. Dehydrated, though. I need a lot more water.
You look like a true Viking now?
Yeah, I got a haircut. I wanted to do it at least once before the end of my 20s, so I figured halfway through my 20s should suffice.
It's good marking point.
I even got a little bun thing there.
Right on.
I'm just gonna learn how to braid now.
I also got a haircut, although mine looks like complete fucked up because I haven't done anything with it this morning.
Yeah, I'll see it in an hour here before the thing when the thing catches up.
Yeah. So the way that I gauge when I need a haircut, by the way, because most of the time...
Yeah, it's real fucked up.
yeah, it's super fucked up. Jennifer says your hair looks excellent, by the way.
Thank you. I could flop it all over to one side, and it makes me look like Halfdan the Black from Vikings.
All right. The way that I judge if if I need a haircut, because normally even when my hair grows out, I can still make it look presentable and stuff, but anytime that I'm not wearing a suit for work, I'm normally wearing one of these snapbacks, right? Mm-hmm. And I already have a big friggin' head. I have a massive fucking noggin, right? And
yeah, that's pretty big.
It is. To the point that most of my hats on the snapbacks, I have to snap them with only one of the snaps. If I'm lucky, with this one, it's a little bit bigger, so I get 2. But if my hair's getting too long to where I'm starting to get a little bit shaggy up there, my hats don't fit anymore, and that's how I know I need a haircut.
When your hats don't fit, all right. I get that kind of. I have my my nice woolen cap, and when it might be fake wool or wool
Whatever.
addition to it, but when I wash it, it shrinks down, and I can gauge how much hair I have based off of how tight the hat is.
Especially you put it on, and because your hair is maybe a little bit poofy or something that day, the hat just kind of starts to slip up and off your head. You're like, no.
Bitch. I closed the Facebook page.
You want me to send you a link to it?
No, I think I can still get to it.
Okay.
But I found a picture of Halfdan the Black. I'm gonna leave it. There you go. I left it in the little chat. That's Halfdan the Black.
Nice. Yeah,
I can flop my hair all over to one side and toward the front like that.
You're missing those tattoos, though, man.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna get head tattoos.
I'm gonna take this picture and I'm.
All right, guys. If you want to see me get head tattoos, donate to our Patreon.
Oh God.
That's gonna be a mark.
It better be a $5,000 goal or something.
Yeah, right.
There we go.
Get Nathan head tattoos.
I don't think that's worth it, friend.
I'll get like the Mike Tyson thing across my face there first, and then around the side add more Mike Tyson stuff.
There you go. I've made you Half Dan, by the way. Just
Half Dan the Black.
Half Dan the Black.
I don't know why they called him the Black.
Because he had black on his face? I don't know.
Wow. No.
No? Racist? God.
I'm gonna find out though, just because I'm curious.
I don't know. Maybe people something about like being covered in the blood of his enemies or something like that, and blood when it dries looks very black.
As actually, that could be a thing, but
Like,
I'm not sure.
I mean that's what I'm going for. Is he like a carnage tyrant essentially when he goes to town on like poor defenseless villages?
He became king at one point, king of Agder.
Is he dead?
Is that a question you're seriously asking?
Got it. He's dead. Heard.
You fucking kidding me? Swear to God.
Is anyone still alive in that goddamn series?
Okay. I need you to.
You need to roll it back.
Actually, I don't know if he's died at this point in this show because I'm like two seasons behind.
You're being a
but
little
I want to say
aggressive.
he did in the seasons that I was watching because I want to say like close to the end of where I was watching, he pissed somebody off and he got killed and his brother got real mad about it.
Oh Lord, shall we talk about some news, buddy?
I guess so.
And Nathan's like, nope, time to be a Vikings podcast that is always 2 seasons behind.
Yeah, exactly 2 seasons behind.
Oh man,
Okay,
new season comes out. We can finally start season 3.
The Black nickname was given to him because of his black hair.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why in the Vikings TV show they give him white, or not white hair, blonde hair, but
do they still call him Halfdan the Black?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, I think they just call him Halfdan actually.
Okay. Well, and that's why I asked, because if they don't call him, the Black anymore in the TV show, then oh well, that's fine.
Yeah.
10.
Pakistan will release Indian pilot.
Ooh, I want to know this. Let me see. Indian pilot Abhinandan.
There you go. Tomorrow, as a gesture, then realize this was throughout the week. Tomorrow, as a gesture of peace, says Prime Minister Imran Khan.
Imran Khan. This was submitted by Pakistani Throwaway 22 to Our World News.
Yeah, so Pakistan and Iran almost started up a war with one another.
The amount of like fucking throwaways that get billions upon billions of upvotes makes me real sad.
Yeah, right. Nathan's like, all of that juicy karma that does nothing for me, that's just being lost in the wind.
At this point, it goes to either fucking random goddamn throwaway accounts or fucking Mavia. Like I can't.
Hey, don't forget Galloboob for anything that's
Oh yeah,
not news.
Galloboob is fucking everywhere. Apparently, people don't like Galloboob.
I mean, I think it's one of the things of you either just like accept what Galloboob is or you hate him.
He's no longer a human. He's an entity that is digitized into the Reddit world.
Although my current favorite Redditor is Senor Grafo. I don't know if you've seen his stuff.
Yes, I have.
Okay, his stuff is fantastic. Anyway, so back onto this actual
Pretty
news
top
talk.
notch.
We almost had a new war breakout between Pakistan and Iraq. Not Iraq, Iran. Iran had a couple of planes that were flying in Pakistani airspace, and Pakistan shot them the fuck out of the sky.
They have a border with each other, right?
Yeah, and like I said, Pakistan shot those Iran planes right out of the sky. One pilot died, then both planes were shot down. One pilot survived and was captured. And as a gesture of like, hey, we don't actually want to fight with you guys, just don't fuck with us. We're going to give you your pilot back.
Nice. That's nice. So they're trying to make the tension go away. That's always good.
I hope that hell will help. I hope. Anyway.
Fingers crossed.
There's a chance we can hope, because otherwise, like, I don't. Yeah.
War breaks out all the time over there. I just never thought it would spread to India.
I've been saying Iran this whole time. I'm a dumbass. India, I'm sorry.
I have this
I can't read.
little hair. There it is. I had this little hair on my tongue for my mustache, and it felt fucking weird.
Well, you know, if you just got rid of your mustache.
I can't believe you suggested that. I'm done. I'm
All right,
sorry, guys.
So real
This
question
is
though, Nathan.
just one now. I'm clicking out of here.
So you know how you can get like hair, like extensions or can they do hair implants anymore? Like,
Yes.
is that something they can do? Are you gonna
Yes.
get that done in that little like scar spot on your lip?
No.
No, just gonna leave it there.
Yeah.
Are you gonna start like doing like a Hitler negative and just shaving that middle spot?
Really disconnect the jointing there.
Yeah.
I'd never thought about that. Probably not. But thank you for posing that for me.
Just get a real thin little buzzer and just go right down the middle.
I don't think that's something that I'm gonna do.
No.
No, yeah, that's a little too much.
Okay. I mean, if anything, that little space probably makes it easier to keep things clean when you're eating.
No.
No? Okay, well, I tried.
Because it's all on the sides, baby. Because you go to eat something and you're just like trying to arc it at an angle so that you can get it in your mouth. And, you know, I'm going to be doing this a lot. So you try and like get it at an angle to go in your mouth, but then it pushes the hair into your mouth anyways. So you're just like, oh, great. And then you wipe it to the side like that. And then you take some fucking paper towels.
Are we still talking about
napkins?
Food?
Napkins, right? And you just,
like...
and then you pull it across like that to try and just smear it out of your mustache. And if it's something that's sticky, it's just stuck in your mustache until you get water or something, and it's the worst.
You call them napkins?
Napkins. No, do you know why they do you know why they're called napkins?
No.
Because they're kins for your nap.
Is your mouth called a nap?
No.
Okay. Is your lap a nap?
It's similar, yeah.
Okay, I was like, because I know you like put them in your lap.
Yeah, they're kins for your nap.
What is it? But a kin like a friend?
No, like a kin.
Like your brother?
No, like a kin.
What's a kin?
What are you, stupid boy?
Yes, apparently. Zach suggests just liquefying everything and drink it through a straw.
Yeah, okay, sure. I will, like, I could do that for a couple things, but that's not how I'm gonna eat my fucking steaks, all right?
Why not?
Because that sounds like a big fucking mistake.
Oh, God, Jesus.
It's a pun.
All right, I'm done. I'm done.
I'm sorry, my puns aren't very rare.
It's a pun.
My turn to check out and leave.
I'm sorry, I thought that one was very well done.
No, I'm not giving you that one. You don't get to make the same type of joke flip-flopped. You shut the fuck up and move on.
Wow.
You don't get that one.
Wow.
9.
North Miami cop.
Are you sure you don't want me to flay that thin skin of yours?
It's a pun.
I'll give you that one. All right. North Miami cop who shot the unarmed caretaker of a man with autism goes to trial.
This is submitted by Steven Sanders 90210 to our news.
So I remember when we talked about this. This was quite some time ago. There was this man whose name is Charles Kinsey who was taking care of a severely autistic guy. His charge.
Wasn't he the one that like lied down in the street and still got shot?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that one.
He was taking care of a severely autistic man who had a toy truck with him who wandered into the middle of the street and sat down. A neighbor thought the toy truck was a gun and called the police. Charles Kinsey was trying to inform the police that it was a toy truck, and the police started to aggravate the situation and escalate it higher, in which, they're, telling him to get on the ground. The autistic man he's so autistic he doesn't fully understand. Where the caretaker was laying on the ground with his hands up in the sky, trying to explain to them, and the officer shot him.
It's ridiculous, man.
And multiple things going on here. One, literally every single officer, including the officers on the other side of the radio, were able to hear and testify that they could hear the man was saying that the guy was autistic and had a toy truck, but apparently the officer that fired the shot couldn't. And also the officer that fired the shot is claiming that he was aiming at the autistic man, but apparently missed and hit the black guy laying on the ground.
It's not any better.
Also, this guy is a SWAT member.
That's not helping anyone's case, especially yours, dude. How could you be so incompetent? It's astounding.
Zach says your puns are why we're losing viewers.
It's probably true.
Oh no, I think it's the
Am
only
I
reason a couple
sorry?
people show up.
Absolutely not.
Why would you be
Absolutely
sorry?
not. I don't think I'd ever stop. Not that I can. Help me.
Please send aid. So, yeah, that man is going to be going to trial over that incident.
Good.
Although
I hope he's found guilty.
I remember when I was reading this. Yeah, so he is charged with 2 counts of felony attempted manslaughter and 2 counts of culpable negligence. Okay, question.
Mm-hmm.
And this may be just a misunderstanding on my part, a level of ignorance for me.
It's probably.
Probably. Yeah, no, I would definitely believe it is.
Man, you ignorant.
I thought you were charged with manslaughter if you killed somebody, but it was an accident, like you didn't mean to.
Right.
How can you be charged with attempted manslaughter? You attempted to accidentally kill somebody?
No, yeah, so it's not always an accident. Sometimes it's like a heat of the moment thing. Like for instance, if we're driving,
Okay.
and you're in front of me in a car and I'm driving a car behind you, but you're off to the side and you cut me off and I do a pit maneuver to get you there and get out of my car and go, man, I'm gonna fucking shoot this guy and shoot you. That's still not premeditated murder. That's still manslaughter because it was in the heat of the moment because you pissed me off, right?
Okay.
So even though the intent is still there, you can still argue that it is murder, and some people would try to pin that on you, but it's more than likely just technically manslaughter.
Okay, but so I know,
So with
but I know
attempted
there's also a
manslaughter-
difference between murder and premeditated murder, with premeditated being like significantly worse.
Right.
So what's the, if you can explain to me anyway, what's the difference then between what you just described and just basic murder?
So basic murder is more like you've gone about your day partially, and a good portion of your day has been about killing this person. So you've thought it out, you've planned it, you've made sure that you can try and get away with it. And that's really the difference between murder and manslaughter, is thinking about what you can do to try and get away.
Okay.
Now, stay with me.
Okay.
Attempted manslaughter is me getting you in that pit maneuver and pulling you over and then shooting you in the shoulder, aiming for your heart. Just missed your heart.
Okay. I think I'm tracking.
And I don't know if this is any accurate. I could just be talking up my ass, but it sounds good, so.
Right on. All right, cool. All right.
8,
Australia, the only country to use climate funding to upgrade coal-fired plants.
This is submitted by IPA Hound to Our World News. What are you doing, Australia? What are you doing?
So, Australia accepts climate change and global warming and is on board with like the Paris Agreement and stuff to try and address the issues. And so they received a $13 billion green bond since 2008 from World Bank to stimulate its combat against global warming. In the time since then, it has been spending that money to upgrade its coal-fired power plants.
Man, what are you doing indeed?
Pissing literally everybody off because, like, there are people that are investing their funds and resources through World Bank for the purpose of fighting global warming and climate change. And yes, while this does help because they're putting, like, new filters and scrubbers and things on these power plants so that they don't put so much CO2 and stuff in the air, realistically, they should have just instead been investing in modern, newer forms of power generation.
And this is a giant middle finger to investors.
Yeah, they're not happy either.
No, I wouldn't be. I'd be very upset if I was an investor into that. Oh, Jovi's here. Hey, Jovi.
Dude, you don't call out the lurkers. Rude.
I'm sorry, I don't see Jovi like at all anymore. I really miss Jovi. Jovi's one of my favorite friends.
7.
Not just because we made a lot of fun with him especially, is not to him or whatsoever about his colorblindness, because he made fun of himself too.
Just throwing all that out there, waiting for the bus to come.
I'm just making sure.
Okay. Tennessee police officers could be charged with a felony for turning off body cams in bad faith.
This was submitted by AZ Sheepdog to our news.
I mean, there's not a whole lot to say beyond the headline. There's a lot of indication that officers around Memphis, Tennessee, and the surrounding area have been turning off their body cams so they can do shady shit.
Tennessee's been in the news more and more recently. They had like a they were the place that had the Waffle House shooter.
Right. And so at this point, one of the lawmakers there are wanting to change the law to make it effective on July 1st, that if you turn off your body cam and it's found that you did so you can hide something, it's a felony.
Good. I like that. Because we can't have bad faith fucking police. That is one thing that we cannot have.
Like, here's the thing, is
especially when we have people in the army asking their superiors if they can approach people in foreign countries like the police do here, because the people in the army that go overseas can't approach citizens overseas like the police can here. The police can just roll up on you and fuck up your day.
Yeah. Well, and like, here's the thing that amazes me, all right? Sergeant Matt Cunningham with the Memphis Police Association says that Memphis officers are already worrying about everything going on with the scene, and dealing with possible criminal prosecution is just too much. To add one more stressor to officers, we have already had a lot of officers say that this would be the straw that would break the camel's back and they would find another line of work. Sounds like they want to do shady shit.
Absolutely.
Like, the thing is that this is talking about if you physically turn off your body cam when you are doing so you don't get in trouble for something that you shouldn't otherwise be doing.
Yeah.
Like,
just don't turn off your body cam, dude.
Like, turn it on and leave it on. Who cares? Like, you shouldn't. Your body cam is something that it should just be a piece of equipment that's hooked to you and you otherwise ignore it.
Right. Like, I have security cameras hovering over pretty much my shoulder, literal shoulder, the entire time I'm working. And it don't bother me none. I still watch a bunch of YouTube videos.
Well, and like, I don't think that's what the police are concerned about. The police are concerned about being like, hang on, turn off the body cam. All right, cool. Yeah, I'll take your 15 grand and let you leave with that cocaine. I don't care. Like,
God damn it. I have fucking Stitches stuck in my head. This is the worst.
The song Stitches?
No, there's a rapper from Florida named Stitches.
Okay.
And he's got an AK-47 tattooed on the side of his face, as well as like the entirety of his face tattooed. The reason why he's called Stitches is because he's got a Glasgow smile with stitches closing it tattooed on the side of his face.
Okay.
So one of his songs, all of his songs usually include how much he loves selling cocaine.
Okay.
But one of the songs talks about putting cocaine in your ass and then putting his dick in your ass.
Why?
Because he likes selling blow.
Okay.
That one's called Molly Cyrus, and it's about putting cocaine in Miley Cyrus's butt.
Okay, well, we're moving on to this conversation now. I'm done with this.
Whenever I hear cocaine, I just instantly think of it because it's so fucking wild and crazy.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, it's a really big. It's a blight in my brain.
Nathan's over there like, yeah, you fucking should be.
You should be. You triggered this.
How dare you?
Triggered.
So yeah, honestly, I feel like this should be a non-issue. If you're not, it's one of those things of like, just don't be a shitty police officer. It's that simple. All right.
Yeah, just follow your book. Do it by the book.
It's not that complicated. At least it shouldn't be that complicated. Jeez. Come on. There we go. There we go.
6.
Matt Gaetz under investigation by Florida State Bar over Michael Cohen threat.
This was submitted by Slasia to Our Politics.
So we're actually surprisingly not talking much about the Michael Cohen testimony that happened recently. That basically, Michael Cohen, to summarize, Michael Cohen caved and started giving everything up.
He pointed at Trump and just kept talking.
Yeah, he was like, so let me tell you all the things that this fucker did that's illegal. I'm going to tell you all the shit that I did that's illegal for this guy, and I'm going to tell you everything that all these other people have done that's illegal.
He couldn't tell us everything that he's done because he's done, what, over 500 things?
I mean, he couldn't tell us everything because they ran out of time. But yeah, he just started singing, essentially, which, I mean, I think Michael Cohen realized that he owes nothing to any of these people, and everyone in the entire little circle that he was in gives no shits about one another and is only out for themselves. So he's like, screw you guys. I'm going to do whatever's best for me and try and not go to jail for the rest of my life. And thank you, I guess, for I don't know. Anyway,
if we can only get the all right, so like the entirety of the GOP, their entire strategy was, hey, you lied in Congress. Why you could be lying here? That's understandable. You know, that's like a good, point. But at the same time, all of the Democrats, like I watched only a little bit of the 7-hour thing because I didn't want to watch the entire fucking thing. But all the Democrats were actually asking questions that actually furthered along our extensive amount of knowledge. Meanwhile, the entirety of the time, the GOP just asked the same questions. Why should we trust you? And it was very, very boring because it was 7 hours of the GOP doing that.
What is the... Hang on. There was a closing statement.
Oh, yeah. It was a really good one.
Yeah,
I saw it linked in the pizza guy.
It was Democratic
thread.
Representative Jamie Raskin from Maryland who said, "Our colleagues aren't angry that you lied to Congress for the president. They're angry that you stopped lying to Congress for the president."
Damn, way to fucking call everybody out.
Anyway, so on to this actual news story here, and that is that Matt Gaetz, who is a recently elected lawmaker who has been touting himself as a Trump ally, and man, is he not a great individual. Anyway, before this actual testimony took place, he sent out a tweet that said, "Hey, Michael Cohen, do your wife and father-in-law know about your girlfriends? Maybe tonight would be a good time for that chat. I wonder if she'll remain faithful when you're in prison. She's about to learn a lot."
And then that same guy took a picture recently at a school.
And there's a kid flipping him off.
And there's a kid in the very front just flipping him off.
Now, the problem with that is one, that's not good etiquette for a lawmaker, and two,
God, I have something on my lens.
Especially not right before a testimony where it can easily be seen that you are trying to influence the person who is going to be giving their testimony.
Yeah, you big dumb dummy. Don't fucking do shit like that.
And at this point, I mean, he is a practicing lawyer. And it's very likely at this point that he might actually just have his bar removed, because there is a very strict level of etiquette that you have to maintain if you are a member of a bar association so that you can be a practicing attorney. And so the Florida bar itself has opened the investigation about whether Matt Gaetz has violated professional conduct rules.
This will be fun. I want to see this.
Now,
I want to see more and more people get the fucking book thrown at them, especially the guy in the fucking 9th district of, it's like, what, North Carolina that fucking did voter fraud.
I mean, funny thing about him is that, like, he admitted there was problems with the election. He didn't necessarily say that he himself just outright did voter fraud. And then he advocated for a new election to be held, and then didn't file to run in that new election. Was just like, maybe I could just skate out easily in this, be like, yeah, man, some of that stuff looks sketchy. We should run a new election. I'm not going to be part of the new one.
He's like, well, you got me. I'm out.
Oops. All right. Yeah,
at least he's choosing not to run in the election.
Yeah, right. You guys run another one. I'll sit this one out. Better than sitting in prison, I guess.
5,
True.
Will Smith exits Suicide Squad sequel.
This has been submitted by Bunyip Pouch to our movies.
Are you okay?
Bleh. I'm
Okay.
tired, dude. I was up late playing D&D.
Always, man.
That being said, they finally got out of the fucking vineyard, even though it took them 3 goddamn sessions, and
That's
it's just a
amazing.
stupid fucking winery.
That's amazing. So yeah, Will Smith, who played Deadshot in the first Suicide Squad movie, he is not going to be returning. Now, in terms of if they write him out of the story or what, we don't know.
Dude, speaking of writing him out of things, I saw a perfect fucking meme that explained that he shouldn't have been Genie, but instead it should have been Jack Black, because the songs would have been dope as fuck.
Yes.
And he has the exact same energy as Robin Williams.
Yes. Yes. I enjoy and agree with this wholeheartedly. 100%.
Finally played a game on Jablinski Games.
He did.
Played fucking...
Which also, I like, part of it I do understand. I have a Delgado. It's an Elgato, but Delgado's more fun. And I really hope that the company embraces their new name that has been announced to them by Jack Black. I have a Delgado.
They should have a special streamlined like Dell where it's just called the Delgado. And it's made for gaming.
Yeah, so I have a Delgado stream device, like, so that I can feed my PlayStation, my Switch through my computer so I can stream those things. And I can understand how you can run into troubles with setting that up. Part of it, I also believe, is that Jack Black's a very busy person, especially like in his recent Jablinski Games videos.
He was talking about how he was filming Jumanji.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen him in his new Jumanji shit just on his YouTube channel. The other thing is that
he had to get his beard trimmed and everything, and that
died.
Hurt me.
Had to get it dyed too.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, his beard died, guys.
Oh damn. Nathan, if you had to dye your beard a color, what color would it be?
I don't know. I really like this red.
Just bleach it. Just bleach it blonde.
It's gross. Yeah, I'd probably, because I don't think an unnatural color would look great on a beard. Beards are very sacred.
You should just put highlights in it.
There you go. There you go. That's how I'd do it. I like that.
Anyway, I also didn't like, I didn't realize that, like, because Jack Black was like a gamer, right? But he's a gamer from the 80s. It was abundantly obvious that he has like not played an Xbox.
Wasn't he in like a Pitfall commercial?
Yeah. Back when he was, a kiddo.
Yeah. He was also in Neverending Story Part 3.
Anyway, back onto this story. Will Smith will not be returning to Suicide Squad to reprise his role as Deadshot.
Why would I want to talk about this? Let's go back to Jack Black.
Back to Jack Black. Jack Black's better, more important.
He is more important.
I can't argue with that, but...
He's no fucking Jack Black.
Here, let's just finish this one real quick, and then we can go back to Jack Black. Apparently, it's not for any ill will or anything like that. It's a scheduling conflict. Suicide Squad, despite being one of the shittiest movies ever, like when it was released.
Dude, it was so bad.
That said, okay, I understand that it was a bad movie. I still enjoyed it. And also it made a shitload of money. It brought in $746 million.
Yeah, it's because everybody had high hopes for it, and they went and saw it, and they realized how fucking bad it was.
The sequel is scheduled to release August 6th, 2021. Isn't there also supposed to be like a separate Joker Harley Quinn movie coming sometime?
Yeah, there's supposed to be a Joker movie mostly.
Okay. I'm not sure I feel about that one either.
Yeah, I after seeing Jared Leto's Joker, he's got like the energy for it, don't get me wrong, but I couldn't do it. It's just not, that's not fun. Margot Robbie is like pretty cute, and she, I mean, Harley Quinn, it was all right, I guess, but no, not with Jared Leto. Give me a different Joker. I mean, I don't know. There's the Joaquin Phoenix one coming out, so I don't know if that's the one that they had been planned or not.
I don't know. I have no clue.
The Joaquin Phoenix looks great. I'm just saying. Like, I dislike how they're going to be giving him a name, because I'm staunchly of the opinion that the Joker does not need a name whatsoever and should not have a name.
He shouldn't have one. Yeah.
Especially after like 60 plus years of fucking comics.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, are you ready to move on?
So back to Jack Black.
Oh, okay, yeah, right. All right.
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
He accidentally recreated the distracted boyfriend meme though.
He did. It was amazing. Anyway, Trump-Kim talks end without agreement.
This unsurprising. This is submitted by Mr. Moto, 1998, to Our World News.
President of the United States Donald Trump went to go talk to the what is his name? Supreme ruler?
The Supreme Leader.
Supreme leader of North Korea, Kim Jong-un. They went to have another discussion and got nothing achieved.
No, of course not.
Because here's essentially
it was only to distract people away from the Michael Cohen thing, anyways.
Well, here's the
hot take.
The entirety of their conversation. I want you to get rid of your nukes. I want you to remove all of the sanctions on North Korea. I can't do that. Okay, we're done talking. That was it.
He didn't even try to barter. Where is this? You got to give and take. Be like, all right, I can lift these amount of sanctions if you start to denuclearize, and if you denuclearize more, we can lift more sanctions. But currently, we cannot lift all the sanctions.
Well, that's because, I want to see how Trump handled this conversation anyway, because he claims that he's such a good negotiator, amazing businessman. I don't believe it.
He's not.
I believe that Trump did well in the businesses that he tried that actually succeeded and didn't fail and go bankrupt by being a bully. By being a rich dude with power that was like, well, I can just buy you. So you can either agree to this and we can have a deal, or you can just not exist anymore. Which, that's not negotiating. That's strong-arm tactics.
I can almost guarantee you, based off of the way he idolizes dictators, that he is a strong man. He does not do actual negotiations.
So, and it doesn't look like Trump will be receiving that Nobel Peace Prize for, breaking the stalemate with North Korea.
Yeah, good, because he hasn't.
The Nobel Peace Prize that he was
the only thing that he's done is actually got to sit down with the North Korean leader. And even then, that was probably given to him by Putin.
I mean, we probably could have had a conversation with him before. I just don't think that Obama wanted to, because I'm pretty sure Obama knew that the situation was going to go something like this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why did I just hear myself? That was weird.
Do you have yourself muted on your webpage?
Yes.
Oh, weird. Then I can't help you. I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm so lost. Whatever.
Nice to meet you, Lost. I am Nori.
Oh, God. Why would you do that? All right, I'm going to shorten this guy down real quick, because that's way too long of a headline. There we go.
3.
Cuba ratifies a new constitution.
This is submitted by Sassa99 to Our World News.
Yeah, and by ratifies a new constitution, they're overhauling their government. So it institutes term limits for president. They created a prime minister position, recognizes private property, foreign investment, small businesses, gender identity, recognizes the internet, the right to legal representation under arrest, and habeas corpus.
Yo, that sounds like they're actually doing something. I like this. Good job, Cuba.
Trying to be like an actual country.
They're like, yeah, we want to be a country, guys.
We're tired of being ruled by drug lords. We don't want to be ruled by drug lords anymore.
And I say deal. Like, this is great.
Can we have modern problems like just government that doesn't care about us instead of drug lords that kill us?
Drug lords is a modern problem.
Is it though?
It is. It's just mostly a second and third world country problem.
Is that why we need a wall, Nathan?
No.
To keep the drug lords out of America that are coming over.
I will admit it would drastically reduce the drug trade. However,
from Cuba, right?
Yeah,
that
yeah,
island
exactly, from Cuba. I will like to point out something though.
Okay.
The people who argue that these immigrants are going to take their jobs and then argue that they're only drug dealers.
What do you do for a living?
You are admitting that you deal drugs, and you should think before you talk.
All right, Walter White. Well,
I don't sell drugs.
I wouldn't have to do that if medical care wasn't so high. Well, then how about we just make a single payer healthcare system and universalize it? No, that's socialism. That's the first step to communism. I hate people. People suck.
The military is socialized.
Oh man.
Oh god. I hate everything.
Me.
2.
California man who spent 39 years in prison gets $21 million for wrongful conviction.
This is submitted by Nade USA to Our World News. Or no, I'm sorry, to Our Just News.
Craig Coley, who is now 71, who was sentenced
damn,
to life
spent 40 years in prison.
Yep, sentenced to life in prison without parole for the 1978 murder of his former partner Rhonda White and her 4-year-old son Donald in their apartment. He has now been exonerated. Is that the right word?
Yeah, I think.
Of his crimes, due to modern DNA evidence that proves that it wasn't him.
He gets $140 for each day he spent in prison.
Which, oh God, which, like, you know, I like his attorney. What does his attorney say? His attorney, where is it? Dang it, where is it? So yeah, his attorney said he's looking forward to being able to live his life, although I don't believe anyone would want to trade places with him.
I'm sorry. He got 21 million. I'm sorry, let me correct myself. He did not get 140 for each day he spent in prison. California authorities awarded Coley 1.95 million last year, which equals to 140 for each day he spent in prison. He got 21 million, which is much, much more.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. He probably only got like 2 million. The lawyer got like 21 million.
I mean, the lawyer, I doubt the lawyer took 21 of the 24 million or whatever.
I mean, if I was a lawyer, I'd be very happy if the guy gave me like $1 million.
Like the other thing is that the lawyers that do this work are doing it for altruistic reasons.
Yeah, that is true. That, and it's an easy win.
I mean, sometimes some of them fight for decades. But I do agree with his attorney. While I would love $21 million, I am not trading 40 years of my life for $21 million.
I think it depends on what I'm doing.
Nathan's like, that gets me closer to death. I like this idea.
So prison's got 3 square meals a day. It's got a full library that I can read. I think I might be down for this.
Yeah.
How do I get one of these wrongful convictions?
It's so much harder now. I mean, I'm going to pass on what I was going to say because it's insensitive. So I'm gonna move on.
Okay.
1.
Trump declares ISIS 100% defeated. That is 100% not true, ground reports say.
Whoa! If they defeated them 100% last time, does this mean they've defeated ISIS 200%?
They have defeated ISIS 200%. We're going to go for 300% next.
This is submitted by Annie625 to Our World News.
Oh, God.
Whoa. Defeated ISIS 200%. Only this administration. I swear.
What they are... This is a case of Trump, like, not understanding reports. A recent report that he received said that essentially ISIS has lost 100% of the territory that they previously had control over. That doesn't mean they're defeated. You just took away some land. But even beyond that, while 100% of the caliphate has been recovered, there's still about a mile stretch of land that is still just not a place that people can go because it's still filled with insurgents. So...
Sure, a mile's not very long, but at the same time, that's very densely packed.
Right. And so they're not done. And they hope to be able to get that mile stretch over the next few weeks to a couple of months. But at the same time, that's still not the end of it. That's not how that works. You don't just, like...
Yeah. Surprise. They defeated ISIS, guys.
Yep.
200%. We're going to celebrate, you know, when did he say this?
Very recently.
What day? Because that's going to be a national holiday called 200% Day.
February 28th.
This is where we call
Thursday.
ISIS was.
Was.
Yeah, it was is, but now that it's 200%, it is now was.
Yeah, multiple officials speaking anonymously, obviously, because they didn't have authorization to speak on this matter. Multiple officials from the Pentagon have come to say that that's not true. We're still fighting.
No, I think the president's right here. ISIS has been defeated.
There's like a creeper behind you.
Yeah, Brendan stayed over.
Okay.
Yeah, he.
No, I was trying to figure out why the camera wasn't seeing me because it's so laggy.
Yeah, it is very very laggy.
He's just standing ominously behind you.
He was staring at the screen because he didn't know why he wasn't on the screen yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's a pretty large delay on Facebook.
Yeah,
Oh man.
but no, Trump is right here.
Look at me. Nathan, what'd you care about in the last week?
I cared about two things. It's not the bridge player, unfortunately.
We're gonna talk about it anyway because it's amazing.
Okay.
Read that headline, and then we'll go into
World's
what you
number one
actually-
bridge player suspended after failing a drug test.
You know
what kind of drugs did they have in their system?
Testosterone.
Are you kidding?
He
me?
got kicked off of the world's number one bridge player is no longer allowed to play bridge and had his awards and medals from the 2018 World Bridge Series revoked because he tested positive for testosterone.
Just because he's a man.
No,
He had extra testosterone.
it's not. So here's the reason why, okay? And it's one of the things that I'm like, really? So the World Bridge Federation is recognized by the International Olympic Committee, and therefore it has to abide by the World Anti-Doping Agency rules. So testosterone is something you're not allowed to be injecting if you're like an Olympic runner, because you're trying, it's a performance enhancing substance.
Okay, all right. So you can't do it for bridge playing?
You can't be shooting up testosterone if you're a bridge player either, even though it's not gonna do anything for you.
That's dumb.
He's got some roided out dude playing bridge, and they're like, "Sorry,
He
man."
slams down the fucking card. There you go, fucking Margaret. Margaret's in the corner crying because the table's now broken.
Oh man, like I understand like why, but I still think it's dumb.
It's absolutely dumb, but that's one thing. So
Oh
there you
my
go.
goodness, our chess players, they were doing roids, man.
That's important if you're chess boxing.
They're not chess boxing though. They're playing a card game called bridge.
But you said chess players.
I know. I was bringing it back, Nathan. I was bringing it back.
Yeah, I'm just saying chess boxing is important when it comes to if you've taken steroids or not.
All right, so what did you actually care about, man?
All right, so I cared about Pokemon Sword and Shield because I hope they make a third one called Pokemon Gun.
Okay. I don't think it'll be called Pokemon Gun if there is a
No,
third
of
one.
course not.
It'd be Pokemon
It'll be like
Bow.
Pokemon Trebuchet or something.
I mean, I'm down for Pokemon Trebuchet. I will order 100 copies right now. No, but if there is a third one, I imagine it'd be Bow, like bow and arrow,
Pokemon Spear.
or bow, or just Pokemon Arrow. I don't know.
Pokemon. I think Pokemon Spear might be the one. The other thing I cared about. I mean, I cared a lot about the Pokemon Sword and Shield thing because like everyone's like super gay for Sobel, the like
Sobble?
super
I thought it
the
was
super
Sobble,
like
'cause he's
anxiety
sobbing.
driven fucking. It's like an iguana. It's like an iguana. It's like an iguana, but I really like Score Bunny because it's got tape around its nose because it's a soccer player, and I'm fairly certain it's going to be a firefighting type, pissing off the entire community.
The entire internet.
Because the last time we had a football playing monkey, or I guess it's a bunny, but a football playing mammal, we had Passimian, and it was like an actual Americanized football playing monkey, and it was a fighting type. So there's that. Aside from that, though, I cared about the new Hellboy Red Band trailer because it made Hellboy look better, which is
Yeah.
important to note.
Okay, I will go watch it later.
a lot
'cause
of-
I know that
I
Jennifer won't want
won't-
to see it.
I would like to point out that a lot of people are like, what the fuck? Where's Abe Sapien? Who's this goddamn Jaguar motherfucker? This is the storyline, I think, for Darkness Calls, just judging based off of the trailer. The Jaguar is part of the BPRD. His name is Captain Ben Daimyo. And he is a were-jaguar. So it is accurate to the comic books. I believe I saw Baba Yaga in the trailer, but I'm not 100% sure. And it looks like this is the storyline where he's going to be fighting Morgana Le Fay or Morgan Le Fay, I forget what it is, with Excalibur.
Cool.
No, in like the comics.
No,
No, in the comics I think it's Morgana. Anyways,
Nerd battle.
so
Fight.
so I don't know. I haven't read Hellboy in a while. I want to catch back up because it's been a hot minute.
See,
I used to stalk BPRD, and that was one of my favorite things to flip through, just because Mike Mignola artwork is pretty top notch.
See, I'm one of those like shitty American nerds that I only have any level of knowledge based off of either secondhand knowledge from people like you or Kit telling me things, or just movies.
It is Morgana Le Fay in Hellboy.
Okay.
So, like, because I grew up playing a lot of video games and watching a lot of anime.
It's because, spoiler, Hellboy is the last living heir to Arthur Pendragon, which is why he can wield Excalibur.
Fun times. All right. You ready to get out of here, buddy?
Did you didn't even do what you cared for?
Yeah, it's because I don't.
You don't care?
I don't, Nathan. I don't care about anything.
I don't care. I love it.
It's not necessarily that I don't care. There's lots of things that I want to talk about, but I'm not quite ready to talk about them because they involve my other projects, which I hope to like be on top of moving forward.
Okay. I guess it's understandable. So yeah.
I mean, oh, I know something I cared about. My daughter had her first roller derby game last night, and it was amazing, and she was adorable, and she jammed, and after she got through and called off the jam, she dabbed.
Yeah, but did she win?
Yes, they did.
All right, I just want to point out that if you dab on somebody, you are doing a neutral evil thing. Because like teabagging is obviously chaotic evil, and dabbing is neutral evil, but like Fortnite dancing on somebody that you just won is obviously lawful evil.
No, that's just true.
No, it's lawful evil.
I got nothing, man. Sure.
True evil is dabbing. So I want you to know she did a true evil act, and if she continues to do that, there's a good chance that her alignment will shift.
Well, she's 9, so.
Kids are evil, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they are. Okay, we can have that conversation about how mean they can be.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, let's get out of here. Mostly because, like, I need to go blow my nose. My nose is just, like, all of a sudden just like, I hate you and everything that you are.
All right. Sounds good. We will,
we're going to get out of here.
Then.
Everybody, if you'd please consider supporting the show, go to patreon.com/dailyinternet or pick up some of the merchandise in the link below. You can also follow and share the show on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Reddit. All of those are at iReaditCast. Otherwise, if you want to follow me, I'm at Schwan Michael, and Nathan is at Bimmenstein. That is your 536th dose of the internet. We go live Sunday mornings now at 9 a.m. I'm Michael Schwan.
And I'm Nori.
And please remember, everybody.
Well, I didn't vote for you.
Because you suck. All right. Bye.
Bye.
Nathan's got to sneeze, too. There. Wait for it. Oh, no. Oh, beautiful. All right. Bye.
Oh, bye.